Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Monday, October 13th, 2014. Happy Columbus Day. This is ProofWLSWorks, and I'm your Monday vlogger bee. Now, this week's topic is, this is probably one of my top 3 subjects not related to weight loss surgery. I'm not going to tell you what the other 2 are, but this one's all about alcohol. We're talking about weight loss surgery and cocktail hours. The title of the topic for this week. I'm going to read through it, and then, pardon me, and then I'm going to attempt to answer this one because it's going to be interesting. Alright, so, it comes in 4 parts. It says, 1, what are your doc's rules on alcohol and carbonation? Do you drink? When and how often? How does alcohol affect you now in your weight loss surgery life? Is it different than pre-op? Has it changed over the past few years? And what is your favorite weight loss surgery friendly cocktail? Alright, so, from the top, my surgeon didn't tell me jack squat about what I could and couldn't eat. My surgeon said, try everything in small increments, and if you can eat it, eat it. That was it. I know a lot of people get stuff about, drinking through straws and drinking sodas and drinking carbonated stuff like beers, and I never got any of that stuff from my surgeon. He never said, don't do this, don't do that. He said, try it all. It's all brand new, and if you can handle it, you can handle it. If you can't, you can't. What that means, I don't know. But that's what the guy told me. So that was my philosophy for everything, and I kind of knew that going into surgery, not to get off topic, but I took everything from my first sip of water to my first solid meal as it was the first thing I had ever tasted in my entire life or eaten in my entire life, and it works for me. So that was my rule set. Do you drink, and how often? Yes, I drink. How often? Rarely, daily, occasionally, socially. I'm going to have to say all the above. Not that I'm a huge alcoholic or anything, but, I do have, I'm into craft beers, I'm into wines. They're both in my refrigerator and in the pantry. And they're always available. Not that I drink them all the time, but it's something that I'm into. I drink socially when I'm out, especially now that it's football season. But I don't think I drink daily. Maybe not even weekly. If I had to take an average, I'd say maybe, not even once a week. Because it averages out. Sometimes I'll go a week, 2 without having anything. Sometimes I might go 3 days straight. It just really depends. I really don't pay much of it. I'd have to say, if I had to put myself in a category, I'd say socially. How does alcohol affect you? It was kind of weird. I didn't think it would change having a lap band, but it did. I found myself much less tolerant to alcohol with a lap band than I was pre-op. That has changed over the years, and it does have a lot to do with how much I've eaten, and not necessarily from an absorption standpoint, but I know that if I've eaten, I may be able to handle a little more before I may be able to consume a little more before I can feel the effects, as opposed to if I'm just going in cold. And I think even pre-op, and with alcohol, your tolerance changes with the frequency of consumption, if that makes any sense. So, and I found that was no different post-op. But I definitely am not able to consume as much post-op, even 4 years out, as I was pre-op. Your favorite weight loss surgery friendly cocktail? This is kind of hard for me to answer because I drink everything. I really haven't found that beers give me a big problem now. And this is actually not an issue for me because I guess before I had surgery, I was a little younger, and I was in that power drinking phase where I poke a hole in the can and shotgun a beer to just get slammed with my buddies. But really don't do that anymore because I'm a lot older and a lot more mature about things. And I tend to consume alcohol for flavor as opposed to for effect, I guess is a good way to put it. And I can drink just about anything. Beers don't give me a problem. I can't drink as much beer. I can't drink it as fast, but I don't want to, So when I have to pick a favorite, that's really kind of hard. A favorite weight loss surgery friendly drink. That's really kind of hard for me to do. So I guess I'm going to have to think about what some of you guys might have as far as your medical or dietary restrictions. If I had to pick something that was not carbonated, That's a tough one, man. You know, like I said, I'm really into wines. It'd have to be some kind of wine. You know, I love Italian wines. I don't know if those are really weight loss surgery friendly. This is a tough one for me to answer. You know, I haven't really put a whole lot of thought into this. Some of my favorite drinks, because like I said, carbonation doesn't affect me much. I'm a really big Tennessee sour mash whiskey person. I love my Jack and Diet Coke. I find that Jack Daniels is a little sweeter, or any Tennessee sour mash whiskey is a little sweeter than regular bourbons. And when you mix that with Diet Coke, I think it balances out pretty well. So that's kind of my go-to cocktail whenever I'm out. But it's really not weight loss surgery friendly, because most of you can't or won't do carbonated drinks. Any big bold red wine, you know, that's always great for me. And you know, beers again is really a tough one. I'm kind of more of a beer snob nowadays than I am a wine snob, even though I can really appreciate wines. Gosh, that's tough. You know, I'd probably have to say, you know, maybe a rocks Rita. You know, a margarita on the rocks with no salt. That's the other thing. If I had to pick the things that I drink regularly that were weight loss surgery friendly, for me, being a Latvian patient. Now, you guys that have problems with sugar are not going to be able to handle a margarita. It's a lot of sugar in that, and you'll be dumping before the end of the night. But I guess that's the closest thing that I consume regularly that I would consider weight loss surgery friendly. Yeah, so, you know, that's it. That's all I got. Hope you guys got something out of this week. Guys, make sure you thumbs up, don't thumbs down, subscribe, tell your friends. Come back and see us tomorrow for another Proof Weight Loss Surgery Works video. Come back and see me, of course, on Monday for another Proof Weight Loss Surgery Works vlog. Have a wonderful week, guys, and take care.